Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today we have got yet another incredible tutorial for your beautiful faces to enjoy. First of all, I would just like to say I hope everyone is having a wonderful Christmas Eve. Tomorrow there will be an incredible finale to my advent calendar of Minecraft tutorials that I have been giving you guys all month. With that out of the way, we can go ahead and take a look at today's farm. Today, we are going to be taking a look at a froglight farm. I'm sure you guys have noticed in some of these other tutorials I have been doing on the channel this month, I have been using quite a large amount of froglights, whether it is in a sheep farm, an armor stand swapper, or even a chicken farm. I have been using them, and I was unsure if you guys really knew how to get froglights. So in case you were unsure on how to get froglights, I'm sure as most of you know, there are 3 different types of frogs in Minecraft. There is the green frog, which is cold. There is the orange frog, which is the temperate frog. And there is the white frog, which is the warm frog. In order to get the warm frog, you have to have a tadpole grow up in a warm biome, such as a savanna or desert. To get the cold frog, a tadpole has to grow up in a cold biome, such as a snowy tundra or mountains. And for the temperate frog, pretty much anywhere else. Plains biomes, oceans, etc. Now, in order to get a froglight, a frog has to eat a baby magma cube. Now, in order to get the different types of froglights, a different color frog has to eat a baby magma cube. For instance, the green frog will give you the purple froglights. The warm one will give you verdant, so the green ones. And the temperate frogs should give you yellow. Now, this farm doesn't necessarily need to have all 3 different types of frogs in there. It depends on what color froglight you really want the most. But I have stuck 8 of each type of frog in this farm to supply you with a large variety. The contents of this chest is what you will get by running this farm for a total of an hour. You will get almost 8 stacks of yellow froglights, just more than 7 green ones, a little more than 8 stacks of the purple ones. You also get a few stacks of magma cream. Now, of course, depending on the number of which color frog you have in there will completely influence how many of which type of froglight you get. For me, I went 8, 8, and 8, keeping it all even, and the odds are if I were to AFK here for another hour, I would end up with different results for the different types of froglights. Now, this farm is incredibly simple. There is no redstone or anything involved. There's some powdered snow, hoppers, a magma cube spawner, and an iron golem. Magma cube spawners appear in the treasure room in Piglin Bastions, and that is where we will be building today's farm for the tutorial. I just built a mock of it here so I can easily show it to you. What happens is the magma cubes will spawn in, they will drop to the ground, and they will see the iron golem sitting behind those trapdoors. They will bounce over to this powdered snow, where they will jump and fall in, and if they are a big or a medium magma cube, they will freeze to death until they are all the tiny magma cubes. Once they are the tiny magma cubes, the frogs below the powdered snow will eat them, and the froglight will fall into the hopper and appear in this chest. It is a very simple farm, and I built it out of glass. You don't have to use glass. You could just use a bunch of netherrack, so it is a very, very cheap and inexpensive farm at that. It may be a little difficult to get the 9 blocks of powdered snow depending on where you are. With all this information now out of the way, we can go ahead and get into the tutorial. For your use, there will be a full materials list containing every item I used to build this farm right here, down in the description below. And now, let's get into the tutorial. Alright guys, so let's say you have just found your treasure room bastion. You come down to the bottom and there is a magma cube spawner. The first thing you're going to want to do is make it safe in here, so I recommend you go around, flatten out the floor, and remove all of the lava. Now first, you might want to deactivate your magma cube spawner. To do so, come out 5 blocks from the magma cube spawner in every direction, like I am here, and then fully fill in this little diamond shape. Once you have filled in the little diamond shape all the way around like so, you're going to need to remove the chain from which the magma cube spawner is hanging and completely fill in the top of this diamond and the bottom. So what you should end up with is a 3 thick 11 by 11 diamond in the end, and the magma cubes should no longer be spawning. Anyway, now that our magma cube spawner is fully deactivated, we can go ahead and start removing all this stuff. Pause the video and come back once that step is finished. Alright guys, so once you have gone ahead and made it safe and easy for you to work in this area, it is time to go ahead and install the case that will keep our magma cubes in. What we're going to do is just go from the floor all the way to the top of this glass 11 by 11 diamond we have made, and then go up by another 2. You can do this all the way around the glass diamond. I recommend you pause the video and come back once this step is completely finished. Alright guys, once you have completely encased that 5 by 5 diamond, go ahead and put a roof on it. Once again, pause the video and come back once you have the roof fully installed. Alright guys, now that the roof is fully installed, you can come on down to the floor. Now what you're going to do is go to a corner of the farm, any corner. I'm going to choose this front corner, and you are going to remove these 3 sections of blocks like so, and go up 1 more, so you end up with a 3 by 3 open area in your farm. What we are going to do is remove these 3 blocks right here, like so. We can go down 1 more, and then go down a 3rd. You may end up needing to remove some lava to work down here, but hopefully it won't be too much of a challenge. Now I recommend you go ahead and install a bit of a staircase. So what you're going to do is once again remove 2 more bits of blocks here. This is where the chest for your storage is going to go, and you can go ahead and put that chest in there. I do recommend you install a bit of a staircase to get down to it, so I'm just going to do like that. Now you can add 3 hoppers coming out the back of that chest. 1 hopper going into each the left and the right side of every single one of those 3 central hoppers, just like this. Now place a piece of carpet on top of every single hopper, and place in 2 blocks of glass on top of this part of your chest, like so. You should have a 2 deep hole, just like this. Now you can go ahead and build up some glass walls. On the side of your farm, I recommend 3 blocks tall, just like this, and then add a little bit of a roof. Now I recommend you remove a little bit of an area, put your powdered snow on top of the carpet, just like this, and now I want you to grab your frogs and push them in through the powdered snow. They will live, they will be completely fine, and because the powdered snow is here, they won't be able to jump out and go running around everywhere, making it difficult to put them in. Pause the video and come back once you have all your frogs in the farm. Alright guys, once all of your frogs are in, you should be able to see them from right here above your chest, because I have a glass block here. You can go ahead and cover up that hole in the wall you made, so your farm should be fully encased in whatever block it is you're using. Now, you can go ahead and actually remove this back wall of the farm. This 3 by 3 area needs to be open like so. I want you to place 3 bottom half slabs like so along the ground. Place a temporary block right here. A half slab on the bottom of it, you can remove that temporary block. Take that half slab across by 2 more, so you should have an opening that looks like this. Place 3 trapdoors on top of those bottom half slabs and flip them up. So your wall should be encased like this, nothing can get through it. Now it is time to add in the iron golem. So what I'm actually going to do is remove a bit more of the floor and make a bit larger of a staircase. Place a glass block here, a bottom half slab right behind it. Encase that bottom half slab with a glass block on every side like this. Place 3 temporary blocks in these locations. Place in a rail, put a minecart on top of it, push it on top of that half slab like so. You can remove the rail and those 3 temporary blocks, and what you should have is a little bit of glass encasing a bottom half slab with an empty minecart sitting on top of it. Now you can go ahead and spawn in an iron golem directly above that minecart, just like so. It should fall down and get stuck in that minecart. You can name tag this iron golem if you like, but you shouldn't need to. Because it isn't a minecart, it should prevent it from despawning. Plus, you spawned it in using iron blocks and a pumpkin, so it shouldn't despawn anyway. And now your farm is technically done. All you need to do is jump inside the farm and remove all the glass that we originally placed in that 11 by 11 diamond to prevent the magma cubes from spawning. Be very careful when doing this step not to break your spawner, because if you break it, there's no way to fix it. You have to go find a brand new bastion and start all over again. Pause the video and come back once you have finished removing all of this glass. Guys, I am so sorry, but I told you to build this wrong. This iron golem containment chamber actually needs to move down by a whole block. I'm very sorry for my mistake. Please just go ahead and fix that. This way your farm should work perfectly. Now that the iron golem has been moved down by one, you should see your farm starting to work. All the magma cubes see the iron golem and are trying to jump towards him. When they do, they fall into the powdered snow, which slowly kills them until they are down to their 1 block tall form. Then the frogs eat them, producing frog lights, as you can see jumping up through the snow, and those frog lights end up in your chest. Now the reason we get magma cream is because when the big slimes die in the powdered snow, they will actually drop a bit. The baby slimes will not drop any when they are eaten, but either way, it is nice that we get a little bit of magma cream for potion brewing or magma blocks if needed. Anyways guys, I sure hope you have enjoyed this farm and are going to get a lot of use out of it in your Minecraft worlds. Once again, please have a very Merry Christmas. Tomorrow there will be a very special Christmas tutorial, and I sure hope it's going to help a lot of you because it is one of my favorite farms to build and use in Minecraft. Anyways guys, this has been Mr. Gaming Aquatic, and I will see you next time. Bye!